So I'm joined by former Secret Service agents Michael Matranga and Donald Lane. Great to have you both here again. You guys were both here last night saying what she did yesterday on Capitol Hill was unacceptable. Michael, did she have any choice at this point?
No, after watching yesterday's catastrophic testimony failure, she had no choice but to resign. I mean, at some point you become combat effective or ineffective. I apologize, and I think the same could be applied for leadership as well. She was leadership ineffective after yesterday's testimony, so she had no choice.
Yeah, Donald, it seemed that every move she made since the shooting was the wrong one. No public press briefing, flying to the RNC in Milwaukee, and then walking around refusing to answer lawmakers' questions, all leading up to yesterday.
Very mystifying. You're right. I don't know what can account for those very poor decisions. You have to lead from the front, and that's being out there, seeing what happened, talking to folks. And certainly after 9 days, I would have expected her to have some more salient points, some more details to provide the hearing yesterday. So, yeah. Not the Secret Service's finest hour.
Yeah, Michael, she refused or could not answer some of the most basic questions yesterday, citing an ongoing FBI investigation. If the suspect is dead, there won't be any trial. Why does she keep citing an ongoing investigation as the reason why she can't say?
Well, I believe it's proper protocol when you have an ongoing investigation. You don't want to divulge too much information. But one of the things that I pulled away from it was that she referenced a criminal investigation, which led me to believe that the shooter's dead. We have no criminal investigation unless there are other co-conspirators that we're not aware of. And so I will say that there were a lot of things that I felt that she could not answer because of that, because we don't know all the details yet. And so I have to give her some credit regarding some of those non-responses. She did not want to compromise what could be a further investigation that just maybe we're not aware of. And so, I think one of the good things that was pulled away from that is I was happy to see, for once in a very long time, some very bipartisanship on behalf of Congress to do the right thing. And so I was happy to see that came about, and it's hopefully in the right direction of bringing some unity back to our country.
All right, so we know that the gunman was able to fly a drone to pick a spot that was hidden, apparently, from at least one, if not two, of the Secret Service counter sniper teams. The spot that he was able to pick was hidden by trees from the north counter sniper team and by the slope of the roof. And it was outside the security perimeter. For a 20-year-old disturbed loner, this all seems remarkably sophisticated, Donald.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think it depends on, what his motivations were. Was he, what type of grievances was he motivated by? What kind of hateful ideology did he subscribe to? So, younger people are a lot more adept with technology as well these days. I understand what you're saying and the concerns. I don't necessarily, though, believe this leads to any larger, plot line. I really don't.
I'm not saying that's not the point. The point is that this 20-year-old who was also Googling, clinical depression, was bipartisan, apparently, in his target list. He was, Googling Joe Biden's, DNC dates and his campaign rallies as well. At that point, Joe Biden was still at the top of the Democratic ticket. But the Secret Service didn't use a drone in its efforts to secure the rally.
Yeah, I think personally, we're giving him too much credit. I think he hastily planned this, and I don't think that he chose that location as a means to thwart any type of detection on behalf of the counter sniper teams. How could he possibly have known where they would be properly stationed unless he flew it as they were going up on post? And we don't know that yet.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.